Hi, everyone. Welcome to this meditation session focused on aligning with your core values. Today, we're going to journey inward to deepen our understanding of personal values and assess how our current actions align with these core beliefs. Please find a comfortable position. You can close your eyes or shift into a soft focus. Just take a few deep breaths, grounding yourself in this present moment. It's really feeling your inhale and exhale. Finding a rhythm to your breathing that's the most relaxing for you. And try to just relax a little bit more with each exhale, grounding yourself a little bit more with each breath. I invite you to begin by identifying your top 2 to 3 core values. These might include honesty, love, compassion, courage, innovation, responsibility, or any others that resonate deeply with you. This is very personal to you. So take a moment to just bring a couple of key values to mind and visualize each one clearly in terms of what it means for you, in terms of your actions. Reflect on why these values are important to you and how they shape your identity. Now, I invite you to choose just one value, whichever one comes to the surface at this moment, and reflect on your actions over the past week if you can. Think of specific instances where your actions were in alignment with this core value. Now, also consider instances where your actions did not align with this value. Please just bring these moments to your awareness if you can, without judgment, simply acknowledging them as part of your journey. As you think of a recent situation where your actions did not reflect this core value, was it due to external pressures, a lack of awareness, or perhaps conflicting priorities? Understanding the reasons behind these discrepancies can provide insights into areas where you can make changes. What's a practical step that you can take to better align your actions with this value in future similar situations? Just be with whatever comes to mind or whatever comes to your heart. Can you visualize yourself making this change and the positive impact that it will have on your life? Once again, I invite you to just be with your most important core values, 2 or 3 of them. And just seeing clearly the ways that you do embody these values in your daily life. What important value do you find hardest to live by? And if you can, recall a time when aligning your actions with this value that you find hardest to live by led to a particularly positive outcome. What did you learn from this experience? As you already know, living a life aligned with your core values is essential for authenticity and fulfillment. It allows you to feel true to yourself, it strengthens your relationships, and enhances your impact on the world. Through consistent reflection and adjustment, you can ensure that your daily actions not only reflect, but also reinforce your deepest beliefs. This ongoing practice of alignment empowers you to navigate life's complexities with integrity, making your values visible through your actions. Thank you for taking this time to explore your core values and their alignment with your daily actions. Gradually bring your attention back to the support of your chair, to your inhale and exhale. And as you feel ready, come back to this present moment. Would love to hear from you either in chat or verbally. What came up for you in this meditation? What's an important core value that you focused on? Let's start there. Shakti, responsibility. I really feel that from you. Manuel, compassion. Shweta, vulnerability. Christina, community. Andressa, freedom. Bernadette, courage. Matt, love. I just feel fuller reading about your values, your important values. Mine is courage. And if you would like to share, what's an instance of how your actions were in alignment with your core value? And what's an instance when it was hard for you to align your actions with your core value? So what came up as you were reflecting on these in the meditation? It might be easier just to speak up if you can, if you're willing.
Yeah, I can just share a little bit. I think my way of showing love is sometimes different than how I just think about my partner and how she likes to receive love. So I feel in alignment when I'm doing how she needs love, that sort of thing. So sometimes I fall out of that, but when I'm meeting her where she needs it, it feels good.
Yeah, Matt, I'm just thinking about how we tend to give love in terms of how we want to receive it,
Mm.
as opposed to how the people we love want to be receiving actions of love. Thanks for sharing that. Anyone else have examples of either aligning or not aligning with your core value and what the struggles were, Bernadette?
I thought about courage in the heads and the tails side of it. I've been ill for quite a while, and so I'm not functioning socially or individually as I'm used to for my entire life. And when I feel so fatigued, I just don't think I should go to this or that. When I used to say force myself. Now I would say have the courage to just go to something. I went to a memorial service yesterday of actually someone I didn't really know, but I knew of her, and I knew it would be there'd be a lot of beautiful people there that I would relate with well. And I went, and it was, it was just amazing. Um, and there's other times I think, well, I'm going to go to this friend's art show, the opening, and I'll just go early and beat all the people. And I just didn't, because I'm using courage. This is new for me. I'm using courage in choosing ahead of time. Okay, I'm committing to going so that I make sure I get there on time. And I'm looking at that not going as a lack of courage, not in a pejorative way, but that I could do that. I
I'm
could.
hearing you say so much about courage and choice and self care. It's like you're trying to just balance
Mhm.
acting on what's important to you and who you used to be. You used to be this just vivacious, energetic self, and you're really struggling with healing and taking care of your needs and being a different person in terms of your energy levels.
Mhm.
So my heart just goes out to you in terms of how you're meeting these challenges, and I know that it's difficult for you to show up to these ACL meetings. And
I like
sometimes,
to.
yeah, but sometimes all all you can do is show up a little bit and leave, and it's okay.
This was really helpful to reframe things as a choice of courage. So thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Can we have one more share before we end today?
I thought about compassion
Yeah.
because one of the purposes in my life is to help people. And lately, I've been thinking about being compassionate with myself because sometimes I don't establish limits. I'm not capable of saying no. And most times it's because I don't want to say no because I like helping people. But uh, sometimes it refers to not attending my own needs and desires and letting them in second place to be helpful to others.
It's so illuminating for you to say, because we all need to balance compassion for others versus for ourselves, and to just take care of ourselves. Christina, you want to say something before we close?
Sure. Thank you. First of all, I'm just so moved by this process. It's really beautiful and deep in such a short period of time. I think, and I thought about community, and I've been moved into a new neighborhood during COVID, so it felt pretty, it's been difficult to get to know people or connect in the way that I did with my old neighbors. And so I reached out to a first the whole group and said, let's do this thing, let's do night out. Nobody responded. So I was like, okay. I think what I would have done before is just retreated. But instead I reached out to an individual neighbor and said, I feel really, really want to do this, but I feel nervous and kind of vulnerable. I don't know anybody that well. And could you help me? And they were so responsive. And so that's one thing. And we've been working on developing the party. And the difficulty with being courageous is more, well, a little bit what Bernadette said is about what is it, and maybe Manuel at this balance between the courage to, it's trying to find that balance, how much to say yes to, and then how much I need energy for myself, which is always a tricky thing for me. Yeah.
Thank you, Christina. And
Yeah.
Shakti said it's important to balance all our values. That's a it's a major takeaway from today. Thank you so much for joining me today, and hope to see you next week.